Towards the end of the weekend on Sunday afternoon, Shanann texts her husband asking him if he wants to visit his grandmother on Monday, that's August 6th. Bear in mind, up to this point, Watts had been in North Carolina almost a week and spent almost all of that time with Shanann, the kids, and her parents.
I got nightmares in my head, I fear. Thoughts build up until I can't feel. My mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper. I got nightmares in my head, I fear.
Hello and welcome to True Crime Rocket Science, the most authentic and independent voice in true crime. So here we are with 2 days left of his vacation, and by the end of the first weekend, Shanann suggests to her husband he might want to go and see his grandmother. Does he want to do that tomorrow? Watts says yes, he does want to see his Mormor and was hoping to see his folks too. Notice the craven language he uses. I was hoping both. If not, that's okay too. I wanted to see Mormor in the morning, if possible. Shanann will decide who her husband sees and if and when that happens, but she also lays down the law. He must go and see his family alone. She's not going, and neither are the kids. Let's have a look at the actual text from August 5th, 2018. This is from Discovery page 2101, and it's from 15-16 hours. Shanann asks Watts, "Are you wanting to go see Mormor tomorrow or family too?" Watts replies, "I was hoping both. If not, that's okay too. I wanted to see Mormor in the morning, if possible. You wanted the girls to see her too, right?" Shanann responds thrice. "If both, then that's fine, but alone. If just Mormor, we will go." Meaning, I guess, she and the kids will go with him. "They saw her twice and they can go again, but I'm standing strong with your family. You can use the truck and see both, but I just need to know. I'm not going to be the reason you don't see them, so if you do, just go."
In this simple act, Shanann is demonstrating an early warning about her attitude to custody. It's also 100% accurate because later in the timeline she tells her pals that she'll fight for full custody if it comes to that. About 10 minutes later, Watts pitches the idea of taking the girls to see his grandmother. But he's also considerate, saying he doesn't want to leave them without a car. Shanann is having none of it. She puts him in his place for having even the temerity to ask for such a thing. Her health is suffering because of this stress. She's not kidding. She instructs him and indirectly his parents when to pick him up when the kids are asleep after dark. In other words, she's perfectly happy to leave him seeing his folks until the end of the day. 5 minutes later, Watts is insistent but also carefully obedient. He tells Shanann he really wants the kids to see Mama and promises to make sure that there will be zero chance that anyone else will see them. These words have an ominous ring to them given the events that occur exactly 1 week later, Sunday night in Colorado.
At 15:28, Watts replied, "I know they would love to see Mormor one more time. I bet Mormor would love to see them too, since she remembers them. I don't want to leave anyone without a car here though either. Should I have someone pick me up at the nursing home so the girls can see Mormor?" In 2 messages, Shanann responded, "I'm not going to be where there's a chance we'll run into your family. I'm not kidding, Christopher. I'm having a bad experience these last few days with my pregnancy and I'm spotting. I'm not dealing with it." That's a reference to just how she's felt after she was poisoned on that first day. "Have your parents pick you up when the kids go down tonight, then do what you need to." 5 minutes later, Watts concluded, "I want kids to see Mormor. I will make sure there's zero chance anyone will see them." Again, think about those words in the context of what happened pretty much a week later. Then about 5 hours later, Shanann sent Watts a screenshot with the following quote, "Husband, stand up for your wife and protect her from the attacks that come from the people close to you. Let your family and friends know that when it comes to your wife and marriage, there's a line they cannot cross. If you have to take sides, then always take your wife's side. From the day you said I do, your wife displaces your parents, friends, and siblings. Apart from God, your wife now occupies and assumes the privileged first place of honor in your life. Oftentimes it requires that you lovingly stand up for your wife in front of your parents, especially our mother. Therefore, what God has joined together, let no mother, father, brother, sister, friend, or boss separate. Well, it doesn't actually include mistress there, does it? If this message was designed to make Watts feel guilty, do you think it succeeded? 2 hours later, an even more ominous message from Shanann. I don't know how you fell out of love with me in 5.5 weeks, or if this has been going on for a long time, but you don't plan another baby if you're not in love. Kids don't deserve a broken family. When I left you, you couldn't take your hands off me. You show up and have to practically ask for a kiss. About half an hour later, Shanann asks Watts, would you stay with me if we didn't have kids? What do you think his answer would be to that? Then at 23:09, Shanann asks Watts, I just don't get it. You don't fall out of love in 5 weeks. Minutes later, she pondered, how can you sleep? Our marriage is crumbling in front of us, and you can sleep. So Shanann, the penny's finally dropping with her. She's realized just how serious the thing is between him and her. Now, when Shanann says, would you stay with me if we didn't have kids? He probably responded, I don't want to lose the kids. Well, it's a loaded question that really means, have you stopped loving me or the kids? Or more bluntly, do you still love me? And the answer is he doesn't. If he possibly can, he wants to come out of this with his daughters, but that's not going to happen. He knows that's not going to happen. I do think in his reasoning, it was first that he wanted to get rid of Nico, and then he thought, well, if he loses Shanann, he's going to lose the kids as well. So he's going to lose the kids anyway. I think the biggest warning of all to Shanann is this moment right here. Though Shanann is trying to engage him in every conceivable way, Watts is sort of okay just staying in his room, letting her rage one moment, beg and plead the next. Why? Because he's made up his mind. If it was the worst summer ever for her, it's been the best summer ever for him. And so he's already engaging with dreaming secretly of someone else. At 23:09, Shanann's still at it, but Watts is done, and likely in more ways than one. Well, I'm not going to take it further than that. In the next episode, we'll deal with August 6th, where Shanann says, this has been the worst week of my life. And obviously from August 6th onwards, we are dealing with the very last 7 days of Shanann and the kids' lives. Well, wherever you are in the world, take care, and I'll see you guys next time.